Searching this means giving this topic AR solutions from marketing point of view. The tool is right now trying to find different research papers. Okay, so right now just scroll down and let's see the results first. Go up, go up, go up, go up. Khali. Azun. So now we have somewhere close to 20 research papers that the tool has found from similar domain. And I can see the results of all those. So all these 20 results are the research papers that are in the similar domain of my choice. Okay, now just go up and show me one of them. Wait. So if I see this one, what it says, it gives me the title, then it shows me the year of release in 2020, this paper was submitted. Till now the paper has 362 citations and where it has got published. Now the tool also has this paper, I can just go and read the full text. I can also get the link of it. Now, if I take the URL of this and go to notebook and have 50 sources there, again I can do the entire notebook there. So here I will be getting all these research papers found at one go. Just go so all these research papers, 20 research papers for topic of my choice, it found. Now let's go to the top of it. Very top of it. Now, based on these 20 papers which the tool has found for my area of research, it has given me the summary of all of it. Okay, so it has given me the entire detailed summary of all those research papers with citations as well. Like this, it is saying based on 5th and 9th research paper. Now, for all those 20 research paper and basic summary which I got, now I am going to have a follow-up question here. And I'm going to ask, considering all these 20 research papers, write a literature review. Okay, let's generate. You have literature review in front of you. A detailed literature review is there in front of you. Now my question to specifically people who are core interested in research. What would happen if I take this as is in my research article? What would happen? Plagiarism. So what should I do? ये इतना करके इसका फायदा क्या? Is there any use of it? No? Sorry? Bang on. Can't I just read and write in my own words? The very first thing, the tool is useful in finding all research paper, which in itself is a time consuming ask. And trust me, we are so biased individuals, we look at one segment of papers only. The moment possibly you are in your 3rd, 4th research article or paper, you will understand that you tend to like a particular series of journals. And possibly your way of writing, your way of thinking and that paper or journal's way of content is similar. So you start looking out only for those segments of paper. And it's a great bias. The tool removes it. It gives you all such papers that are available on that topic. Right now it did 20. If you load more, it can even make 2000. So depending on the level at which I want to go, I can find all these sources. Now analysis of all, let's say 2000 sources in one summary is an amazing thing which the tool can do. Can I at least have those 2000 odd papers in my bibliography? No one stops me from doing it. Can I have all those 2000 and the research article done by this or a literature review done by this with the citations that I want? Obviously, that is also way more profoundly required. So if you think, you can very importantly and very vitally use it as well. If not, again, may God help you. Please try Consensus. The tool is bang on amazing and also operates on mobile. Please at least open this tool on your phone, try to give a topic and at least see the results that it gives. वहाँ तक तो करो. You will also get way more better finding for it. Guys, and many of you may understand I'm showing you many AI tools, but I don't want you to get paralyzed by using these AI tools. I'll talk more about it in the next segment, but this is your assistant, not a replacement. Trust me, if the AI can do all this and you can't, why would I hire you? I'll take a subscription of these AI tools, which is way more cost effective. They work 24 by 7. So if you are going to use it, be of the opinion that I am using it and I'm not getting used by it. Okay? We'll come to that ethics part in a bit. But try consensus. Again, as I said, while using it, if at all you are getting any issues, raise your hands. Me or my team would be there. Let me know if there are any issues in consensus. Okay, should we? Consensus was, you were able to do something in consensus? Got it? Something? Nakki? Chalo. Let's go to the next tool. Okay. Now tell me, what's the basic difference between an AI tool, let's say ChatGPT versus Google? What's the difference? Anyone? What might be the difference between Google and ChatGPT? Guys, girls, I would, yeah? There was someone? Yeah? Okay. It's a very simple question. What's the difference between search engine and an AI tool? क्या होगा डिफरेंस? दोनों सेम है क्या? तो कुछ तो डिफरेंस है. तो क्या है डिफरेंस? शूट. ओके. क्या? ठीक है, फेयर इनफ. और बेसिक क्या है दोनों में डिफरेंस? कौन? एंड गूगल?
ब्रॉडर का देता है, वो टोटल इंफॉर्मेशन देता है और जीपीटी स्पेसिफिक आंसर देता है.
ओके. एनीवन? Wait for the mic. See the guys, the moment the difference is clear in your mind, you will know which to use when. Right now what is happening, for anything and everything you are using anything and everything. And that's again a cruel mistake that you do. Yeah, please.
Sir, Google acts as an engine, search engine optimization that gives the data that is already fed in it. Whereas for ChatGPT, it acts as an artificial brain and processes the data by itself.
Okay. Let me take what it is. And what's your name, ma'am?
Ayushri Kadam.
Ayushri. Can we have a round of applause for her? The very basic thing that I want. Okay. The very basic thing that which you pointed out very nicely, that Google is a search engine. What do I mean by that? I can search something on a Google. While GPT or any AI tool is a content generation. So one is generating while other is searching. And how can both be same? Let me show you both the tools simultaneously and let's see the difference between both of them. And then we'll come to see something which is best of both worlds. Okay? So can we go to Google normal? Okay. Now I'm going to put a very simple question. What is the price of 1 kg sugar? Okay, is my question. Now let's understand how Google works versus how ChatGPT works. So what is my question? What is the price of 1 kg sugar? Okay, let's go further down. We don't want to see AI answers. Now I hope you are on screen. Yeah. Now what Google is giving me, Google is giving me for the question different products and their prices. Further go down. Now Google is saying me, if you want to find answer for this question, go to these links and get an answer for yourself. Okay? You with me? Okay. Now just go to the AI overview of Google. Now here, what is happening? Just show more. Here my problem is, it is giving me the price of 1 kg sugar is so and so, and it is local brand agar hai to iska itna, organic ka itna. Now let's go to ChatGPT and see how that performs. ChatGPT. Okay. Hey, Constance. Yeah. ChatGPT, new chat. Yeah. Please ask the same question. What is price of 1 kg sugar? Okay. So I am getting again some answers. Okay. Now let's go to something called as perplexity. In both these cases, in ChatGPT or in Google, when I asked a question, Google found few websites and let me go on this website and get an answer for yourself. While ChatGPT or Google's AI gave me कि इतना range में इसकी कीमत होगी. But I don't know from where it gave me that answer. I don't know कि ये आंसर गूगल ने या फिर चैट जीपीटी ने मुझे on what basis दिया. I hope you are understanding the second problem. And it can also cook up something for me. Like for instance, मैंने अगर 10 आर्टिकल लिखे होंगे आज कि जिसमें मैंने बोला 1 kg शुगर की प्राइस 400 रुपए है. Can I write these articles? Yes, very well. Can I give such, let's say 1000 such articles to ChatGPT? Can I give that? Can I upload? Yes. Will it be a likely possibility that ChatGPT may also refer to something that I gave, which is a cooked up thing, and show as an answer to, let's say, Neoma ma'am when she is trying to find an answer for this? And she doesn't know the A and B of it, from where GPT is giving her the answer. So on one side, she has to find an answer going to 15 things one by one. On second, you get an answer, but you don't know from where you are getting an answer. So both for me are different enemies to tackle. But what if I tell you there is one very interesting tool that is best of both the worlds, which acts as a search engine, but at the same time it also has capacities to generate. But while it is generating, it also tells you from where I am giving you this information. Will I be in much better condition? And that's where perplexity comes in. So perplexity is a one aspect. Yes, it's a search engine. So I can ask the question, I can get different parts. But at the same point of time, it can also give me the sources based on which it is giving me the answer. So let's again take 1 kg sugar here. Now, okay, what's 1 kg sugar? Now what is happening? Just go down, further down, further down, further down. Wait. Here I know 17 sources. Just clicked on these 17 sources. I'll know each and every source and link from where it is giving me the answer. Now, for instance, if I don't trust, let's say one link, which is, let's say, Chini Mandi, is something which I don't trust, I have an option of removing that source from my search. Okay? Now, go back to the perplexity window. So it has generated me, it has given me the information just as search engine. Now it can also act as a chat GPT generation, like follow-up. So I can even follow it up with the next question, like generate a graphical representation, create a blog, or do 15 things which possibly you would do on your GPT. So for such generic things, instead of using a GPT, if you shift to perplexity, it will give you way more better answers. When I say better, at least authentic answers. Even if it is giving you cooked up answers, it will tell you from where it is giving you. So I'll at least be sure that what information am I getting is coming from which source. Now trust me, this becomes way more important when we are working with data. Specifically, if we are making any claims in our research. Like for instance, I started my session with one example wherein I said, in India, we have more mobile phones than toothbrush. I'm claim. But the moment I'm having the same claim in my PhD research thesis, I need to give a source to it. Then only that can be valid. I hope you are getting the difference between the two. And the moment I want to do something like this, I'll again need the source. Another use case for perplexity is sometimes you hear some information and you take it to be true because it has come on your WhatsApp University. I have found many of you may trust WhatsApp University more than you trust University of Mumbai. And that's the harsh and unfortunate reality of it. The moment you have some information you want to validate, come here and ask this. Like for instance, you have some data, come and check this. Ask the tool whether this data is valid or not. And based on that, you will get the sensitive amount of realization. Okay, let's see one more thing. Let me ask a very generic question and one wherein I'm making a particular claim, and let's see whether the tool validates. On WhatsApp University some days back, I had seen this message wherein it says ki if you drink water while you are standing, it will cause your damage in your knees. Okay, so this was one message that I got on my WhatsApp University. Just like you, I trust it. Let's see whether it's actually truthful thing or not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make one claim here. Okay, just do new GPT, new thread. Okay, sorry, yeah. So drinking water while standing, drinking water while standing causes knee injuries in future. So this was a claim that was there in that information which I got. I want to validate it. Just see, search. Let it come down. Okay. Now what is saying? Sources dakho. So first of all, it is saying ki it has searched 15 sources. Let's see the sources first. So medical dialogues, nutrition fact, Bioflex Pakistan. I don't want something like Bioflex Pakistan, so I can remove it. Let's go further down. So there is, look at this, the Perplexity, a ChatGPT like tool, is giving you back an answer for something way more medical from Facebook. The way I was giving you an example some time back, कि if I would have made this up and put it on, it is also giving you answer based on Facebook. And you believe it. And that's the beauty of Perplexity. You understand ki bhai, from where it is giving me the answer. Now let's go to the answer first. Just click back and go to the answer. The very first thing it is saying, no, drinking water while standing does not cause knee injuries or joint damages in future. This is a widespread myth without scientific backing. Here is a link based on which it is claiming. Now, whenever you want to do blind forwards to anyone, at least check it. Or whenever you want to make a claim, check it. You have a tool. And this will give you the sources. Now, for instance, now, a very amazing thing, just read. The second para, the myth origin. The origin of myth happened in Bioflex, Pakistan. This link was the original link based on where this myth has started. You also can find this. This link is claiming how Ayurveda feels, something like this. So I have nothing against a country or two, but I definitely have something against the country or two. But my point is, see the enormity of this point. From where these news or such myths are getting cooked up on the net. And we all fall prey to it. So you have a solution specifically for research scholar, specifically for people who are into academics, people who want to write something. You can't escape the harsh fact. And if you can't prove it, do not write it. Is the zone in which we all are. At least don't add fire or don't add oil if you see a fire around you. Okay? So that's where the Perplexity can come handy for you. Now, Perplexity also has 2-3 very interesting features if you were to use it. On the left hand side, just explore Discover. So you have Discover and Spaces. These two tabs are way more interesting for you. Specifically, the tab Spaces is like a folder. Can I create different folders for me in my laptop? One of them could be, let's say, technology. One of them could be music. One of them could be, let's say, cricket. I can have different spaces. And the beauty of the spaces is all the new news for that topic would get added to the space automatically. So like for instance, in spaces, just go to spaces, I have one space for cricket. So I'm a very cricket fanatic person. So all the news that are related to this topic and concurrent would be added to that subfolder for me. So you can have, let's say, some of you are researching about a particular topic or a technology or a theme. Can you have that as one space created in Perplexity, and all the upcoming real-time contemporary news regarding that topic could be added to that space? This can be very well used from a share market point of view as well. If I want to know about a company in total, can I create a share space for me, a private space for me, wherein any new news about that particular sector or a company or an individual gets added to this? So this will help me to stay relevant. This will help me to stay contemporary while we are doing everything on the AI platform. You want to explore Perplexity in some time? The silence says no. Okay. So don't use it. Let's go to the next topic, which is ethics and AI. Now, the very important point for me is, see, tell me when did you start using lifts, elevators in your life? Definitely not the day when you were born. You started with crawling. Then you started, limping, then possibly walking. You fall many times. Then possibly you went on to run. Then while you were running in those era, possibly you started climbing stairs one by one. And because you did all of it, the moment elevators were made accessible for you to travel individually, you could do that very easily. And now what happens on a particular day, if the elevator is not functional, you have an ability of climbing stairs. Am I right? Yeah. So my point of contention is, definitely use AI, but don't forget that you could also survive without AI. You were still alive when there was no AI. You were doing presentations without AI as well. Don't get paralyzed after using AI. Don't give up on abilities of doing things without AI, because your foundation is there. Now, why I'm saying this? Again, making one claim. If you don't believe, go to Perplexity and check it. 28 April 2025 was one of the black days in the history of Indian usage as far as the ChatGPT goes. Does anyone remember what had happened on 28 April 2025? It was one of the most black Mondays you will have in the history of ChatGPT. The reason was ChatGPT was not functional for 18 minutes in India. And why I'm saying this was a black day, because the 18 minutes, 18 minutes ChatGPT servers were not operational in India, and kid you not, 186 individuals from a single city of Hyderabad lost their jobs because their true skills or lack of thereof got exposed in just 18 minutes. And that's the plight of being over-reliant on these. It's a great assistant, but an assistant. See, if my secretary is absent for a day, that doesn't mean I can't function. I hope the context is set. It is poised to save an enormous amount of your time. It is poised to give you a great food for thought. But please, for God's sake, remember, this can't be a replacement to a human. This certainly can never be a replacement for you. If you think you are replaceable with this, directly 8th floor. You have nothing else to do in your life. Direct 8th floor. Because whatever you do, this can also do. we can only elevate. We can only get better with what we do. We don't have to compete with it, but we also have to understand at what rate it is growing. Okay. Another point which I have, as far as the ethics are concerned, before I open the floor for question and answers, which I think and I expect you would be having, is uh, please for God's sake understand, uh, let's say in the era of 1980s and 1990s, possibly in that decade, something like half life knowledge, as in if I learned something new in 1980s and 90s, how much time did it take to reduce its effectiveness and utility by 50%? It's a concept in psychology, was somewhere around 30 years. So what I mean by that, a person in 1980s and 90s, let's say my parents' era when they were in their prime in career, if they learned something new, it lasted for somewhere around 30 years till new technology came up. When I completed my graduation, postgrad and started working in 2010 to 2013 period, this half-life knowledge was around 14 years, 1-4. So again, let's say if I consider my career span of around 40 years, I would have to unlearn, relearn 3 times because 14 years was the benchmark at the start of my year. Now, a shocker number 3 for all of you. Today in 2026, this half-life knowledge is sitting at 1.5 years. So again, if you compare 40 years of your career span, starting 2026, you will have to unlearn, relearn new skills 20 times, which possibly my parents had to do once, or I would have to do 3 times. And that's the rate at which technology is growing. I hope you are understanding, and 20 times, out of which AI is one. Such 20 iterations or 20 new things in one career span for you, you are going to see it. So buckle up. And again, I repeat myself, this is not Satyanarayan ki puja ki jahan pe nyota de ke bulawa aaye. This is something that is happening. If you are keeping up the speed with it, great. Otherwise, लात पड़ेगी सबको कहाँ पता है. Okay? Open for question and answers for last 20 minutes. Questions? Any questions, guys? No questions? Yeah. Here is a question, guy. Dear second, yeah, here.
हेलो सर, हम लोग को रिसर्च पेपर मतलब देने के लिए बोला है, तो रिसर्च पेपर में ना एब्स्ट्रैक्ट हम लोग ने सबमिट किया, तो मैम ने वो रिजेक्ट किया क्योंकि हम लोग का एआई बेस्ड है. तो फिर जो परप्लेक्सिटी वो सब है, तो उसका भी एआई बेस्ड ऐसे मतलब डिटेक्ट होके आ सकता है?
आएगा ना, आना ही चाहिए.
फिर
आना ही चाहिए. माय पॉइंट टू इज कि किसने रोका है आप, यानी किसने कहा कि वैसे का वैसे ही कॉपी करो. Why can't you just read that bloody and write it in your own words? But ये आदत ही गलत है कि वहां पे मिल गया उठाओ और डालो, तो प्लेगरिज्म में आएगा ही आएगा. But no one stops you from reading it and writing it in your own words. No one has stopped you from doing it. And the moment you do that, writing it in your own words, trust me, there won't be any plagiarism. But if you copy, there is आना ही चाहिए ना प्लेगरिज्म में. नहीं आया तो जहां से चेक कर रहे हैं आपके कॉलेज के लोग प्लेगरिज्म, वो गलत है. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, आपके बाद दूसरा सेशन में सब फैकल्टी सीखने वाले कि प्लेगरिज्म कैसे चेक करो. सो आई एम ऑल्सो गोना टीच देम हाउ टू यूज एआई, नहीं तो आप लोग उनको उल्लू बनाओगे. सो यू हैव टू अप योर स्किल्स. यस, एंड द फैकल्टीज हु हैव कॉट दैट, अमेजिंग, कुडोस टू यू. Next. Next question. Oh wow, No questions? You are the best audience I will ever get. No questions? Again, I'm asking one more time. Seriously? You're that bored? Okay. By the way, how many of you are on LinkedIn? Sorry, how many of you are not on LinkedIn? Not on LinkedIn? Ma'am, please make sure you withheld their results till they are not on LinkedIn. I'm going to make this a very strong recommendation to the institute that first and second year students must definitely be active. You may conduct a session on LinkedIn. The reason I'm saying this, 83% of last year's placement happened for freshers on LinkedIn. If these guys are not on LinkedIn, direct 8th floor. And I'm saying people who are on LinkedIn and being active as well. Okay? My contact credentials are up there. You may find me on any of the social media platforms, Twitter, Insta, Facebook and LinkedIn with the same name. If you want to stay in touch, you may send me the request. I'll accept it today. Again, asking any questions? Yeah, there is one question back there. Yeah. Wait, mic is coming to you. Back.
So as an account and finance student, just wanted to ask if there are any specific AI tools for accounting and auditing, etc.
There are three. One is Docet, DOCEYT, Docet for bookkeeping entries. Like for instance, I have a bill, I can just take a photo of it and I can get the direct entry made in my bookkeeping entry. So there is Docet for that. Docet also can help you in terms of your invoicing. So it can also do invoices. You also have something called as Zoho CRM, ZOHO CRM, which also have few AI features for doing tracking of invoices, whether payment has been done or not. There is something called as Genesis, GINESYS, that can help you with your GST reconciliation and TDS activities as well. Yeah. Anything? We still have legit 14 more minutes for question and answers. If you have, fair enough. Otherwise, yeah, please. There is. There is currently. The question from sir was, should there be any regulatory authority for AI? Just on 16th of November 2025, Indian government has passed a rule called as DPDPA, which is Data Privacy and Digital Protection Act, which also has one section about usage of AI. The point is, starting from the regulatory bodies to the people who are making these rules, they are also so stressed and fearful that what would happen in AI. So there is a mention of usage of AI in this act, but people are still frivolous about what may happen. So they want to keep the options open. So the rule that is there is way more basic and way more generic. Coming to the regulations point of view, today many MNCs are coming up with something called as AI usage policy. So if, let's say if I'm into Infosys, there is a AI usage policy, how Infosians can use AI within their intranet and within their data set. So such company-led AI usage policies are coming this time. I have drafted it for few organizations as well. So this will be possibly a start of push-up for the greater authorities to take this into considerations. But at a government level, I don't see something like such hard usage policies coming, at least for next decade.
We have this conference on AI bias. So how this AI bias is created? Since the company also creating the.
I'll show you. ChatGPT open kar. I'll show you one. His question was how AI biasness is created. Can I demonstrate one? Yeah. So, balance sheet method search कर search मध्ये दिलंस तरी चालेल balance sheet So what I'm going to, can I know your name, sir? Shubham. So Shubham, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload one balance sheet of a company. Okay? Yes. Okay. So I'll show you the balance. Yes. So let's balance sheet open kar. Image वर click kar. So this is the balance sheet. Okay, of a company for 2 years. Normal balance sheet. Okay. Now let's go. My first question to the ChatGPT is, as a student of accounting, study this balance sheet, analyze it, calculate various financial ratios, and present your findings about this company. Typical, normal. Okay. Scroll down. So it calculated something like liquidity ratio, quick asset test. Go further down. Solvency ratios, and it is giving me what each of these components is telling me. It is also calculating capital structure, asset management ratios, and completely what are the key observations and what are the conclusions. Okay, this is basic thing. Now here's where the bias comes in. Now look at the second question that I said. Present these conclusions to shareholders of my company in such a way that they will invest more. So the prompt is what? I want positive sentiments from the same results. Now you and me both understands, no one is playing with the financial ratios. It's just the interpretation. Okay. Now look at the very simple and small things. Look at the icon or emoji that is used at the start, upward arrow. The title is Health Updates for Shareholders. Let's go down and look at the minor things. Look at the green color that reads strong liquidity. The green tick saying how good is current ratio, how good is quick ratio, which means well-positioned market volatility. Now strategic use of capital and leverage, how the company is leveraging its capital to high. Now look at another word called as high confidence. Again an upward ratio. Our top priority, your trust. Look at these words. Now look at the conclusion which says, why invest more? Specific. Okay. So by reading this portion, trust me, many of the readers would have complete positive sentiments about the company. Now same results, and look at my next question. Present the same information now in negative shade, which highlights drop in shareholders' interest in investing in this company. Now look at again the danger sign. Same data, same company, same ratios. Now look at declining red color liquidity and downward graph. Look at the next thing, worrisome capital structure. Earlier it was strong liquidity. Then you have something like plunge in retained earning. So there is a plunge. Now even go further, eroding shareholder confidence. Let's go down. Final word, caution advised. What was earlier? Why invest more? And all these symbols giving you the different context of it. So Shubham, the best part of it is, even some CA looks at it, there is nothing technically wrong in each and every information of it. But what is being put at what point of time is being decided by the kind of narrative I'm setting. Now what happens when someone like anyone does here, puts anything, you never know which of these three contexts is being searched. You never know. You just put a, let's say, balance sheet and you give, analyze this balance sheet. You may have situation 1, which was neutral. You may have situation 2, which was complete positive. And you may have situation 3, which is complete negative. And it's not in your hand which one of these would come. And that's the best part. And again, that reiterates, why should I have bigger prompts? Why should I have larger sets of prompts? Any of these three can come. Now where the biases comes in, now for instance, if the same balance sheet is given to all these 400 kids, same balance sheet, and they would have said, means if this is an assignment from a subject, analyze this balance sheet and present your findings. And assume all these 400 kids would try this on a particular day. Possible? Yeah? On one possible day, all these 400 kids can work on the same balance sheet that I'm saying. Assume out of these 400, let's say 300 odd were listening to something way more depressional songs and podcasts before they opened ChatGPT. So it was in terms of Dil Toota Hua, ya fir something like wherein why I feel lonely, something of that sort at different points of time, just before they opened ChatGPT. What I'm saying, 300 out of 400 are looking at that. There is a highly likely possibility that they'll get a negative shade, which has nothing to do with their prompt. If they would have given a bigger prompt, they would definitely get a better answer. But you all seen how many of them was stood up when I asked for the quality of the prompt. With generic prompts, it's not in your hand which answer would you get, and it's not in your hands or only dependent on what you do on ChatGPT. It is based on all other things that you do, and based on the first output that you give, you start looking at it. अरे आ गया, तो ये बढ़िया ही होगा, ये सही ही होगा, and that's where that bias comes into your daily considerations.
One more thing, I have watched a documentary that it was on the social dilemma.
Yeah.
And they have shown there's this kind of algorithm and this kind of AI.
Yeah.
They generate a whole model of your personality,
Certainly.
right? So how much ethical it is to keep for a private company basically to have all.
Can
such
I have a
data?
rhetorical? It's means can I be true or can I be honest? Both the answers are different. Now I'm asking your prompt. Which version of the answer do you want? See, the bluntly, using internet is also not ethical. Using vehicle is also not sustainable. Using AC is also not sustainable. Using refrigerator is also not sustainable. Just because you have been doing it for ages, you feel, okay, that's what it is. And since, as we say in Marathi, Navagadi Navarajya, you are blaming AI for this.
No, not blaming.
Let me come to that point. So you are just blaming AI just because it's a new entrant. But there are 1500 other non-ethical things which we do, but due to the passage of time, we have put them under a safe blanket saying convenience or comfort. Okay? So those should be questioned. Coming to the bigger and vital question, is it ethical? The blunt answer is definitely not. But the bigger emotional and psychological rhetorical is, then what is ethical? And who defines ethical?
No, because generally we see these MNC companies or any of the companies, they have this ethical thing.
My point is in that the same. Who defines ethics? Like for instance, you see yellow light on your street signal, traffic signal. What's your intent? Would you stop or go fast?
Yes.
That depends on your ethics, your individual core ethics, or on a broader set, your so-called samskars. But we are talking of something which is completely void of all these things. So who's deciding and who's saying, ki, okay, this is right, also imparts his or her own ethics into it. So it's a very thin line of who's deciding the ethics for it.
Because generally companies do.
That's what I'm saying, ki that's why AI usage policies are coming.
Yeah.
But the worst part is, again, someone is writing it. Like for instance, when I'm right now crafting AI usage policy for one of the biggest MNCs in Pune. And they're one of the very renowned IT company that are trading on Mumbai Stock Exchange as well as New York Stock Exchange. But right now, for their somewhere close to 1 million usage, I am drafting what they should do. So I am also in some way imparting my ethics into it. That was my point some time back.
Thank you.
Thanks Shubham for that. Any other? No? Thank you so much. You guys are very great. I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. My contact credentials are here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for an extremely informative and engaging session. The knowledge shared today will undoubtedly help the students for the academic and research pursuits. Thank you.
To formally conclude today's event, I would like to invite Reddy sir to deliver us the vote of thanks.
Uh, I would like to thank Amay sir for teaching students or informing students that it is an artificial thing and it should be respected like an artificial thing. We have too many things in our life which is artificial. I normally tell in my lectures कि बाइक को बाइक का respect दो. Specifically students have an habit कि वो मोबाइल लेके lecture में they start working. So I always tell कि उसको उतना ही respect दो जितना हमारे साथ उसको होना चाहिए. Don't respect it more than that. So sir has guided in last 2 to 3 hours how we should respect AI and how it should not overtake us. Thank you for all this helping students and at the right time guiding them how to write a research paper for their research conference on 27th and 28th February. I hope now we will get too many right papers wherein the ma'am जिन्होंने उसको reject किया, अमीशा ma'am don't have to reject now. And अभी फिलहाल मैम विलन हो गए because बच्चे लोग बहुत सारे research किया and then they got rejected because the things were directly copy pasted. I would like to thank the Chetana management, Madhumita ma'am and Nandita ma'am, Gharat sir, our principal Sanjay Raut, Sanjay sir, for giving us this opportunity to conduct this research conference, and to all the teaching and non-teaching staff. Our this is specifically our all the UG section staff and teaching and non-teaching, and especially our students who for last 2 to 3 hours had been very obedient in attending and understanding how the session have to this section. Thank you for the same.
Students should remain seated till the further instructions.
Thank you everyone. Now I request Naomi ma'am to kindly escort the guests.
Sir, sorry.
After this wonderful informative session, I'll just take your 10 minutes because there is, we'll be having a small, what we can say, prize distribution here. हाँ, मैं distribute कर रहा हूँ. हाँ. Yes, yes, yes.
So thank you, students.
हो गया बंद?
So thank you to all our students for listening patiently to the session that Sir conducted. Surely you would have taken some lessons